Okay, guys, my name is OG Kara. Welcome back to the channel. Guys, we are getting into the heat of Big Brother Naija Season 7. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch this video.
No, I didn't speak to you like that. You even said shut the fuck up. I didn't speak to you like that. Like, it's a violation.
So yes, last night there was a fight in the level 1 house between Adekunle and Chichi. I like to call that guy Adekunle good, I don't know why. But like there was a fight between Adekunle and Chichi, and it was about their wager tax. So Adekunle was narrating what they plan to do for their wager. He was talking about a girl that was in Lagos, had a village girl that came from Benin City, Edo State to Lagos, and in the process of narrating his story, she was like, no, why does the village girl have to come from Edo State? Why can't she come from any other state in the whole of 36 states? And I mean, that was a bit rude if you'd ask me, because I'm narrating my story. A village girl can come from Lagos, a village girl can come from Ogun State and from any state. But she had to interrupt the process. Adekunle God was narrating story. Probably at the end of the narration, say, I feel like you guys should have used somewhere else, so not Edo State. And it's not even that deep, because in every state we have villages. So if I say a village girl is coming from Edo State, it shouldn't be a big deal. But she took it kind of a bit on another level. And even Diana, I guess. Diana was like, oh no. And this is because these girls are from this particular state. I don't know, probably they've had experiences where they've looked down on Edo State and all those things. So they were trying to make that correction, which is fair. But I feel like the way they approached it was not nice. So in the process, Adekunle God stood up. He flared up, and Chichi was surprised that, oh, he flared up.
Like I'm asking you.
I asked you a question. You don't use your question for questions.
No, I don't have a problem.
But you do. You are saying something else, but you are acting otherwise. You have a problem with me, and it's very obvious. Yes, you do. If you don't, why did you bring yesterday conversation? Like was I the only one that was even saying like you can't take care of it?
At this point, Chichi was trying to now play the victim. She was like, I don't know, it's like you have a problem with me. No, he does not have a problem with you. He was describing what they were up to for the attacks, and you had to interrupt, you had to interject, you had to intercept. So I mean, it's only fair for him to flare up, and because these guys are from different background, they would always have issues like this. I mean, maybe in Chichi's side, when somebody says something, immediately you need to correct it. From Adekunle God's side, probably if you had approached him in a different way, he would have seen reasons with you. Guys, in the midst of this fight, it moved from Adekunle and Chichi to Sheggz and Doyin. Now, the reason why Doyin would flare up, the only reason I could place why Doyin would flare up is because Doyin is in Adekunle's group. And Sheggz was not in the room when the issue started at first. He came in later, and he looked like he was siding with Chichi. And I think Sheggz was also trying to be diplomatic, but it looks like he was siding with Chichi, and that was where Doyin was not having it. So Doyin was raising her voice on Sheggz, and Sheggz was like, you know what, if you come for me, I'll come for you too. So guys, this heat is really brewing in the house. And I know with the different type of people I've seen in the house, the way I've studied their personalities and stuff, I see a lot of fights this season. Trust me, I see a lot of fights. And I hope it does not get really intense. I mean, it does not go out of hand, it does not go crazy, because we don't want to see anything that's going to turn us off, on our TV. So aside from that, another thing that was happening in the house, guys, if you've noticed, there is like this kind of connection between Groovy and Beauty. Beauty and Groovy, they've been sleeping together for a while now, cuddling at night, and even we had like a clip of Groovy talking about kissing Beauty. But it's still early. I don't want to go in. I don't want to start making predictions, because if you ask me, I'd say I see something happening between Beauty and Groovy, and at some point maybe Groovy will make Beauty jealous. But I said I don't want to start making assumptions. Let me still understand what's going on between them. So last night I could see them on the bed cuddling. laughing, having conversations midnight, and I'm like, okay, is something going to happen between these people? They're actually giving me Lilo and Eric vibes. But I want to believe that they are upgraded version of Lilo and Eric. So yeah, that's another thing that was happening. Then something important that also happened yesterday was that Amaka could not stop talking about boys, about how she wants to meet the other guys, about how her spec is not in her current house. And I'm like, okay, Amaka, you're talking about boys. Are you horny, ma? Because I cannot understand why you just talking about boys from morning to night. The person she was talking to, Christy, looked like she was already tired of the conversation, but could not just tell I'm tired. So she was just entertaining it. But guys, that is like the update I have for you. Something might happen today, and I would always bring it to my channel to have a discussion about it. So guys, about what I just talked about the beauty and groovy situation, and about the fight that I feel was really irrelevant, what do you think? In my own opinion about that fight, I feel like Chichi, she's having some sort of inferiority complex, because she's been having issues here and there. Even she had issues with Shiomzi earlier the other day. I'm sorry, earlier that's yesterday. She was saying something about, can I not be expressive? Can I not express myself? And I'm like, oh, you have issues, madam, because if you're having issues with this person, then you actually have issues. I mean, so guys, let me know what you think about the situations I just mentioned now, and I'll be responding to your comments. Thank you.